So I'd like to remind you how critical the lateral aspect of the shoulder is to release the medial aspect of the shoulder as well as the neck and upper back. So one of my favorite very effective warm-up strokes is just using loose fists on the infraspinatus and then working it out through teres major, minor, and deltoids. It's an ironing stroke with the fists, but releasing this area is incredibly effective for helping this area. You can alternate left and right. You can use them at the same time. The main thing is that you're actually assessing and releasing as you go rather than sort of randomly applying pressure. So you'll want to slow down where it's tighter, let the tissue actually respond, just listen to it. There's a nice tight spot here, and there's a difference between being at a very close to a 7 with depth, where all you're doing is pressing at the correct depth like a machine, or being at an ideal 7 where you are actually listening to the person. So I could be at the correct depth with the muscle and be a massage machine, literally like a massage chair, and it's going to have less than half the effect as if I stay at that 7 and just listen with my hands. And there's another nice tight spot. Just want to hang out with it. Now sometimes if it's not releasing quickly, what you need to do is warm up the tissue better. Sometimes when it's not releasing quickly, you need to talk to other areas first. It can be like a three-dimensional puzzle where sometimes an area is not going to let go till you do other parts of the puzzle first. And sometimes there's like bigger holding patterns there for different reasons. Injuries, traumas, emotional blocking. So sometimes an area is not going to want to release at the moment no matter what you do, and that's okay also. But just be aware that a couple strategies are: first, warm up the area better. Second, warm up other areas near it first and then come back to it. But as opposed to like just like, oh, it's not going anywhere, but I'm just going to like keep, hanging out there forever. And then if you find a nice tight spot and you don't want to just hang out with it with compression or linear friction, you can work across the fiber. So if I'm feeling something tight running this way, I can go crisscross, 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 gently teasing apart the fibers. There's a nice little ropey bit there. So I can crisscross, crisscross. It's right here, and I go through it and across, through it and across, through it and across. At a 7 or a little less than a 7. And sometimes, especially around the attachments of deltoid, that is helpful. But most of the time I find the tissue will actually respond better if I hang out with it with compression patiently or linear friction patiently. And as I get to the 7, I almost want to back off a hair and just invite the tissue to come to me. I want to wait and allow her tissue to choose where we're going with this. If you can learn how to do this with your hands, you can learn any technique in massage. It's all about listening and waiting. then the body will often shift and melt.